everybody, it's Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and welcome to my fun technique, which is fun fold cards, Halloween style. Don't you love it? One a little more complex, one a little more simplified, all for Justine Hoovie's 50 cards for 50K. Don't forget to head on to the next person in the video hops. That way you can get all the amazing techniques that we have to offer. And for me, my supply links are down below. And if you leave a comment, there's a chance to win one of 5 $50 gift cards. Do you love it? Yay! I love it. Okay, so this is a scene card. I'm going to show you how to go step by step on how to build up this cute little scene. There's a complex version, both fun fold cards, and here's a little bit more of a simplified version with just a couple of elements that you stamp, die cut, and color, and then some pretty background. So without further ado, let's jump in and let me show you how to make these 2 cards. All right, the first card we're going to make is the horizontal fun fold card, which is going to be for the one that is the story scene. First step you're going to do is just take your card base and fold it in half, just like this, and then decide this is going to be my front. And as simple as that, you just fold this back into reverse. Now this is an A2 size card, so therefore the length of the entire card is 11 inches and it's 4¼ inches tall. So when it folds up this direction, it is 5½ by 4¼ So it just folds back this way, super simple. Then when you open it up like this. The longer strip here is even easier, or just as easy I should say. You fold it in half to give yourself a halfway crease, open that up, and then take one flap and fold it in. And the measurements will all be down below in the information section, don't worry. And then the other flap and fold it in. And that is how you get your crease. And then what I like to do is I like to go back and fold all of these, including the main fold, in every single direction, and really fold all of them up really well, just like this, so it's all folded. Now before I add the black strip onto here, you need to add the mats. So the mats will be applied to this space, to this space, and to this space. So let's go ahead and make our mats. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a dauber and I'm taking a little bit of orange ink and then kind of blending it in, giving it kind of that spooky background technique, and just adding little bits and circles starting off the page and then rolling in. I'm using my Xyron adhesive runner to apply all of the adhesive to the back side, and then it is time to apply my black strip. I line up the very center fold with the center, and I only apply adhesive to the last 2 flaps, and then everything works amazing. As you can see, the flaps are just a tiny bit shorter than the actual paper, which allows the whole card to open and close just a little bit easier. For both cards, I'm using a stamp set from Maker's Movement and the die that goes with it, of which I've already cut apart and added to a magnetic sheet so I don't lose any little bits. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp, color, and then die cut using the Crossover 2 from Maker's Movement. And I'm just going to speed through that whole thing and add a little bit of nice music to that. So now I have all my little die cut pieces cut out and everything. I'm running all my elements through the Xyron, including sections of some gray paper that I'm adding to the bottom to kind of mimic a sidewalk. The black paper is acting like the road, and then the gray paper is acting like a sidewalk. I didn't add all the elements into my Xyron X or my sticker maker because some of the elements are not going to be able to be adhesive all the way through, otherwise it's not going to allow the card to open and close. For instance, the haunted house. So I'll use my tape runner for that, but then I realized a couple of my little guys can be using the Xyron. So you kind of see me flipping back and forth between the two depending on if the whole thing can be stuck down or just a part of it.
And then I just add little elements like the ghost and little treat bags. And then I play around with all the little tombstones, kind of layer them back behind, make sure I can see them as the card is opening and closing. And I want to have it be like it's a scene of the card when it's all the way closed, but then the scene is extended as you open it up. So some parts are kind of hidden behind, like the extra tombstone. And then some elements are being able to see all the way through. So, like, you get an extra little ghost in there, the little pumpkin head. At first, I didn't want him to be seen, and I thought he wouldn't be. So, I had to kind of play around a little bit with where his location was so he wouldn't be seen as the card was closed. And then I gave him a little kind of fun treat. I then pulled out some of the stamps and arranged them how I wanted to. It's the stars and the bats, inked them up, and then added them to the background of the cards like they're floating in the sky. And then I just kind of placed them in a few different places around the card, some elements being able to be seen and some not. I realized I wanted to add some more stamps of stars in the corner, so I pulled off the ghost and then added them back on. Worked great. Add a little sentiment down to the bottom to make it a finished card, and it is super cute when it's done. Opens up and it's adorable.
All right, for the vertical card, it is the same concept. Again, we have a card that is going to be an A2 size card. So all we need to do is fold this in half this direction. So now we have a card that is 4¼ by 5½. Or if you opened it up, it'd be 5½ by 8½ long ways. So fold that in half, and just as last time, it does not matter the orientation of the card. You take the top piece and you fold it backwards. Simple, 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 just like that, right? So now your card opens this way. So the folding is the same, it's just a matter of how you orientate your card. You could even do the card where it would pull open this way, or you could even do the card where it would pull open this way, and the same would work for the other card as well. Same concept with the smaller strip. This is a 1½, same as the last card, 1½, and then this piece is the length of the actual card. So because this was 8½ inches long, this is 8½ inches long. I actually cut mine down just a tiny bit less, just by a smidgen, like 1/8 of an inch. I think it makes the card work better. Again, fold this part in half, just like we did on the previous card, and then again, just like we did before, fold this in half, and then fold this in half. And then really, really make sure that all of your folds go in every single direction. You really fold all of these pieces really, really well. And again, just like in the previous card, make sure you add all of your background mats first before you add in your little band. And just to show you how the band works, it would fold in like this. So when you open your card, you just do this. So the only parts that you have to glue down are here and here. So let's make this card now.
So I added a whole bunch of solid cardstock and also a couple of pattern papers in some similar colors to what we already had going on. Matted them all to black and then used those as the background flaps to our fun fold card, and then alternated between the green and the yellow stripes. Added the black band into the center and then stuck the adhesive down to make sure that it was all in there, but decided I needed to move it up a tiny bit. The square is the main focal point, so I only can add on to one side, otherwise it won't open and close. And then add the little pumpkin guy in there. I also added a couple of gray strips of paper on the inside just as an anchor. Add my little sentiment to one side, and my Frankenstein decided not to use the witch, and it is a cute little card.
So here they are, 2 cute cards, absolutely love them. One a little bit more complex, one a little bit more simplified. Both fun fold, open up, so stinking adorable. This one's more of a scene, which I think is so cute. And this one, again, is a little more simplified with just a couple of elements that you can color and place on with some pretty background papers that match up. So as you can see, my technique is fun fold cards, but everybody has their own techniques. And then Justine also has her technique binder class, which you can check out. And all the links for everybody and all the information I'm saying is down below. So don't forget to leave a comment for your chance to win the 5 different $50 gift cards that Justine Hovey's got as prizes, and leave comments on everybody's videos. And don't forget to hit on to the next person for this video hop to check out all the amazing techniques. Mine happen to be fun fold cards in both a complex and a simplified version. And please don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button, and I will see you guys again later. Bye everybody.